the mystery behind hidden messages in art. Throughout history, artists have used their craft not just to express beauty, but to communicate messages that go far beyond what the eye can see. From political commentary to secret codes, many of the world's most famous paintings contain hidden meanings, symbols, and even riddles. Some of these messages are easy to spot once you know what to look for, while others are so subtle that they've remained hidden for centuries. But why did these artists choose to hide these messages in the first place? Was it simply a form of rebellion, a way to defy the norms of their time, or could these messages be warnings encoded for future generations to decipher? Whatever the reason, the clues are there, and today we're going to uncover some of the most intriguing examples. 5. The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. Let's start with one of the most famous and debated paintings in history, The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. This masterpiece, depicting the moment Jesus announces that one of his disciples will betray him, has been the subject of intense scrutiny for centuries. But what many people don't know is that there are hidden details in this painting that have sparked theories about secret messages, cryptic symbolism, and even hidden codes. Perhaps the most famous of these theories is the claim that Mary Magdalene is actually present in the painting, sitting next to Jesus, not John the Apostle as traditionally believed. If you closely examine the figure to the right of Jesus, many argue that the posture and the delicate features of the figure resemble those of a woman rather than a man. Some theorists believe this is Da Vinci's subtle nod to the idea that Mary Magdalene was more than just a follower. She may have been Jesus' partner, or even the true Holy Grail of Christian tradition. But that's not all. If you look closely at the bread and wine on the table, some claim that the shape of the bread resembles a hidden V, a symbol associated with the female reproductive system and fertility. Is Da Vinci hinting at deeper, esoteric truths hidden within Christian tradition? Some believe that Da Vinci was part of a secret society, like the Knights Templar or the Priory of Sion, and that he encoded these symbols in his art to preserve knowledge for those who would be able to understand. 4. The Ambassadors by Hans Holbein the Younger. Next up is The Ambassadors by Hans Holbein the Younger, a painting that's as much about deception as it is about diplomacy. On the surface, it depicts two men, Jean de Dinteville and Georges de Selve, standing proudly in front of various symbols of wealth and knowledge. But the most intriguing part of this painting is the distorted skull that appears in the foreground. When viewed from a certain angle, the shape of the skull, known as an anamorphosis, becomes clear. This optical illusion was a popular technique among Renaissance artists, allowing them to hide images in plain sight. The skull itself is a symbol of death, reminding the viewer of the transient nature of life. But why hide it in such an obscure way? Some believe that the skull serves as a warning about the fleeting nature of worldly pursuits, wealth, status, and power, all of which are inconsequential in the face of mortality. This hidden skull has also sparked theories that Holbein was trying to make a deeper statement about the fragility of life and perhaps the fleeting nature of the very things the two ambassadors in the painting represent. Could this be a cautionary tale embedded into the fabric of the painting? 3. The Scream by Edvard Munch. Another painting rich with hidden meaning is The Scream by Edvard Munch. While the painting is often interpreted as a symbol of existential despair and anxiety, there are deeper layers of meaning that have been revealed through more recent analysis. The figure in the foreground, with its distorted face and open mouth, is often seen as embodying the anxiety of modern existence. However, some art historians suggest that Munch was tapping into something more personal, his own psychological turmoil. Munch famously struggled with mental illness, and many believe that the swirling skies in the background, which seem to vibrate with energy, are symbolic of his inner emotional state. Some have also speculated that the entire painting is an allegory for the state of the world during Munch's time, the rapid industrialization of Europe, the rise of existential philosophy, and a growing sense of alienation in modern society. The haunting figure on the bridge may not just represent Munch's personal agony, but the collective pain of an entire generation struggling to find meaning in a changing world. But here's where it gets even more mysterious. Did Munch encode secret messages into the sky? Some theorists suggest that the swirling patterns in the sky bear a striking resemblance to sound waves, suggesting that the figure in the foreground is actually hearing a scream or maybe even emitting one. Could Munch have been trying to capture the sound of the universe itself, a cosmic scream that transcends the boundaries of human experience? 2. The Vitruvian Man by Leonardo da Vinci. Another iconic work by Leonardo da Vinci, The Vitruvian Man, has also been the subject of much speculation over the years. At first glance, it appears to be a simple diagram showing the ideal proportions of the human body, based on the work of the ancient Roman architect Vitruvius. But look a little closer, and you'll see that there's much more going on. Some researchers believe that the Vitruvian Man contains hidden mathematical and geometric secrets. The figure is perfectly positioned within both a square and a circle, which are two of the most important shapes in geometry, mathematics, and even sacred geometry. The positioning of the limbs and the symmetry of the human body could be a symbolic representation of the perfect balance between the material and the spiritual, a theme that was central to Da Vinci's work. Da Vinci was fascinated by the idea that the human body represented the microcosm, a small version of the universe, with perfect proportions that mirrored the harmony of the cosmos. Some believe that Da Vinci was using this drawing to convey a deeper, hidden truth about the relationship between humanity and the universe. 1. The Girl with a Pearl Earring by Johannes Vermeer. Finally, let's look at The Girl with a Pearl Earring by Johannes Vermeer, one of the most iconic and enigmatic portraits in art history. The painting is often referred to as the Mona Lisa of the North, but it has a haunting quality that has inspired theories about its meaning. Some art historians argue that the pearl earring is not just a beautiful accessory, but a symbol of purity and virginity, a symbol that has been associated with women in art for centuries. But what's most intriguing about the painting is the mysterious expression on the girl's face. Her eyes are wide, and her lips are slightly parted, giving her an almost otherworldly look. Could the girl in the painting be trying to convey a hidden message or a secret truth? Some have speculated that Vermeer intentionally created an image of a woman who is not just a passive object of beauty, but a symbol of something deeper, perhaps a representation of knowledge, or even a metaphor for enlightenment. What are they trying to tell us? As we've seen, art has always been more than just a way to capture beauty or depict the human experience. Throughout history, artists have embedded hidden messages, symbols, and even secret codes into their works, messages that are waiting to be uncovered by those who know how to look. Whether they were trying to express their deepest philosophical beliefs, communicate hidden truths, or even warn future generations, these messages are still with us today. Could these hidden messages be telling us something about the nature of reality? Or are they simply the product of artists trying to leave their mark on the world in ways we still don't fully understand? Whatever the case, these artworks continue to captivate us and fuel our imagination. What do you think? Are these hidden messages a glimpse into the minds of some of history's greatest artists, or is there a deeper, more mysterious purpose behind them? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the hidden secrets of famous paintings, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories and discoveries.